Hello, Ike. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. What's going on?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, it's kind of dark here. What's going on? I was waiting for you since 4 o'clock.
Sorry, I've been wanting to get some meaningful questions down, not ones we've asked before, if that makes sense. So, how's your day been? Has it been good up to now? You've been keeping up with training?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
that's
okay.
that's good.
Yeah.
Right. So the first question, well, your return has been a long time coming, and it's great progress finally having an opportunity. Focusing on the fight ahead with Ayman Farouk, are you overwhelmed to get back in the ring officially after a long time?
Is that a question? Or, I mean, yeah, the fight with Baruch, or whatever his name is, Ayman. I don't understand your question in there. What's the question, please?
Like, how are you feeling getting into the ring with him as a fighter specifically? Are you overwhelmed? Are you feeling pressure? Are you?
No, I don't feel any pressure with any fighter. I'm always in tip top shape, and I'm always ready to go to battle. But the fact of the matter is that the promoter has not actually complied with the terms of our obligations in that I requested
That,
for
that,
an
that,
advance.
Sorry,
What?
sorry, Ike. Sorry, that's going to be the next question. The next question's going to go into your promoters, your trainers, and everything that you.
No. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So, so with a high-profile comeback, resources like a strong promoter, effective trainers, and funding, they're all crucial. Could you tell us about any challenges you have been facing leading up to this, and any challenges you face currently in securing these resources?
Well, I was talking about the fight with Ayman, and obviously you didn't understand where I was diverting to. I wanted to explain that I really don't have a fight on the 7th because the promoter of the fight, the Zeus Consultancy Promotions Limited, has not complied with the terms of our contract, which required an advancement to get ready for the fight. As of now, I'm just physically fit to fight, but I had not any brushes, um, cleaning up and sharpening my skills in the boxing gym. I have not, hit the bag or not sparred. I had not indulged in such box exercise that would require for me to get in a fight. So I need money advancement from my boss to proceed with that. He has not been able to advance me any money, any cash for me to get ready for the fight on the 7th, and yet all the media have published it to the extent that they believe that there's going to be a fight if Ibabuchi returns on the 7th. So I wanted to use this medium to explain that I'm my regret that the fight might not be going on because I have not concluded with the promoter as to his obligations to the fight. Yeah, and I don't think that this is United States. I don't even have a boxing trunk. I don't have shoes. I don't have cup. I don't have anything. I don't want to use foul words, but he's provoked me to the extent that I believe that he's extorting me now, using my name, publishing that I'm gonna return to the on the 7th, and whereas it's a lie. So that's not good. I've been away from boxing for a while, and this is not the opportunity or time to then play games, as to waiting games towards the fight. I'm not a replacement. He offered the fight to me at first instance, and I thought that we had a genuine um, um, understanding. when we signed the contract, and I don't believe that he has any right to withhold my post in which I would have gotten ready from and for the fight. So that's why I'm skeptical. I'm not very sure, to be honest with you, that there's going to be a return on the 7th of December. This is just my intimated um, to you that there's no sure. It's not gonna go if he has not by now advanced me any training course that I should utilize to getting ready for the fight.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think it's wrong that he's done that. You should never, as a promoter, you should never forward a contract for a fighter to have a fight and then not provide any resources. I think he's done that very unprofessionally, and you should at least have all the resources there before you go into a fight. And it's crazy how the media has blown it all out of proportion to say it's definitely happened and generated all this hype. Because if it doesn't happen now, all that hype's gonna go elsewhere. So it's good that we're addressing this to the public, though. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yes. Like Judge Foreman would say, "Show me the money." It's like this guy can't even pay me the agreed amount if after the fight. You know what I mean? I'm now afraid that I'm not gonna get paid after performance, and that is a breach. That's a violation. I don't want to, go into hassles at this time. I'm well reserved and strong. I don't want anything to upset me. Like a comeback, he offered a contract and I accepted. And according to Constable Kasu, he was supposed to go by the obligations and considerations. It's mutual, it's bilateral contract. He has some, obligations to perform, to which I shall respond on the 7th. And now it looks like the thing is illegal to me because he's failed to understand the part he plays in our mutual agreement. So I'm just it's just one of those things. It's a shame that it has been published everywhere that I'm gonna return on the 7th. I don't think so because I don't trust him by his negligence, and that's a big issue to me when dealing with promoters. And again, on my return, I'm an advanced person in boxing, and it's a shame that such issue has been manifestive at this time. So I'm just explaining, attempting to clear the doubts, the rubbles about me showing up and or fighting on the subject. It's not a candidate. I mean, it's not a banker's draw, as they say. It's not a gazette. It's not gonna happen because I had not received any advancement in the course of training for the obligations of the promoter.
I'm very, I'm so sorry that you've experienced this. There's a lot of people out there who we're struggling to trust at the moment because even with myself, like, they're looking to not get me involved. I've done a lot, but even yourself, they're looking to. I think that the standard to regarding the contract is below par. Like, there's a standard, and this contract. Is there any like legal things we could do to possibly get you any support, or do you know of any legal things we could possibly do to get you the support you need, or is there anything we could do as the public to try and help? Do you think?
Well, financially, I need some financial support. Of course, I'm still in custody, only that I've been privileged, believe it or not, since 1996, when first the government of the United States had, included me in a prison program without my knowledge that would had entail a partial probation or parole evidence there. I wasn't sure that that I should have been a prisoner or had a prison number which reflects parole evidence where I can of course, from that account, generate a massive support in my boxing career. Of course, my boxing career was excellent. I was undefeated from at that point. The thing is that any help that I would want, I'm still in custody, unfortunately, through convictions and overturn of appeal and federal government immigration and all whatnot. I have money in my lien. I have secured an appellate relief, and due to that appellate relief, I can't actually cash it because I'm out of jurisdiction in from the United States. The diversity of citizenship required, the jurisdiction thereof required that I remain in the United States at the time I claim anything against a party and not in Nigeria. And since I'm still on transit, on new arrival to United States, it means that I cannot proceed with any um, claims or complaints in the federal court except if I were in the United States. So that's the disadvantage I'm having being in Nigeria. Now that said, I've been granted by the authorities here that if I had an offer to fight, that I should take it, 3 or 4 fights towards helping myself to proceed, releasing myself or returning to United States because I can make money as a professional fighter, and that's a good idea. So with that, I don't think there's any other thing I wanted from custody except that the promoters or the promoter that was dealing with this fight has failed woefully to accommodate the contractual precepts and bargains of the fight that had been offered to me, and therefore I'm totally, perturbed by such nefarious act. I would have preferred that I had nothing to deal with the public. I don't need the financial aid. Just asking money from the public because I'm in good shape. I'm physically able, and I've been approved to fight. I don't think that I am a poor person. I'm a professional boxer. I need to proceed with my career as I can. I can fight 12 rounds tonight. I'm in a good shape. That said, not exaggerating, I can fight with a month's time or 2 months, given the fact that I can go back to boxing a gym, which they have here in Abuja, FCT, and train a little bit, and get a little sparring, get a little sharpening up of boxing. I know how to train myself. I'm too old in this sport, so I can actually improve and fight. I'm in good shape, and I don't do anything that would cost me energy. So I'm full of energy, and I'm ready to fight. So I don't think that it's a wise thing. It's a good idea to seek public financial support when I can actually afford for myself. I can by fighting, by boxing. Boxing is money. This guy is making me feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Boxing, professional boxing is money, and he's not thinking about that. Who is gonna fight for free? I don't fight for free. I haven't fought for free in my life. So I believe that he has the right, when publishing my return, to had accommodated that knowledge. Otherwise, it's a propaganda. I'm not going. I'm not coming. He cannot, and he's in a breach. According to his contract, then he would pay me a certain breach for not, certain damages for breach of contract he caused. So I don't think that at 2 weeks, fortnight to the fight, he comes now and tell me here is the advance. Hey, it's late. I got to prepare these things. I'm not just an ordinary fighter. I'm an undefeated fighter. My attention, my attendance to your fight event is a huge effect. If you would have, if you could uh, provide a title fight, you would have. I mean, you could have, you could have offered that. I'm not afraid of any fight at all because I'm like I said, I'm in shape. The gentleman he brought to attention, that was his dealing. There was another one called Sammy. Okay, the Sami is an undefeated fighter with 11 fights with 4 knockouts. I thought the contract was for Sami. Now he switched it to Ayman. But none of these fights would go on if I had not been accommodated in my training, and that was part of the deal. So to go back to your question again, I don't know, what to do after placing my signature on a contract that requires money, and here I'm being extorted for it. So I can jump that hurdle. I have money in boxing at this time. He is supposed to, advance me the money to proceed, other than seeking help, financial help from the public. Is a shame.
That's unbelievable that the contract was meant to be for Sammy, an undefeated fighter, and they switched it to Eamon. Like, there was a lot of people, a lot of my friends who looked at that fight and he was like, that's a bit of a mismatch. That, like, even if you are still there to prove yourself, you can prove yourself by going against the undefeated fighters. It's not exactly the best looking on your record to be fighting people like him who are inexperienced compared to you. It sounds dodgy. These promoters sound very dodgy.
Yeah, well, I don't know what rate they've got me, in their mentality, whether they wanted to, isn't up 6 rounds, 8 rounds, 10 rounds, and 12 rounds. The thing is that, like I said, they don't have to di- diminish my capacity. You know how I fight. I fight to win. I don't lose. And this is not time to lose. I'm serious in my comeback, in my return. And for any reasons, it's just for one fight contract. Let me note that he has offered only one fight, and then obviously it can be improved to next or bigger things. But at this time, he hasn't actually, maintained the compliance required in the fight, and that has upset me. And I don't think that we're going anywhere with such ridiculousness.
Yeah, I completely understand that, Ike, and it's awful that that's happened. Do you have any further messages, anything else left to say, or?
I don't have any other messages. I just believe um, that I I was disappointed, or in fact, I'm disappointed by the conditions that had been observed with the contract that I signed. At this point in time, once one, especially like me, had signed a contract, I don't believe that it is again a doubted matter. I am supposed to appear and perform. No matter how small the event or big, the thing is that I am a performer. I'm a contractual party, and my obligations should be met with consideration. And I'm now impeded by the performance of the other party. So I apologize, but like I said, I'm gonna keep training, and I don't stop training because of an issue like that. I'm gonna keep training, hopefully, and by the grace of God, I will be, in position to step back in the ring and, and perform sometime in
And
the future.
I think I'll speak for the majority of the public here to say that we appreciate your apology, but we feel like I personally feel like it's unnecessary because me and the fans, we want the best thing for you, and this isn't the best thing for you. So yeah, I appreciate your apology, but we completely understand why you wouldn't want to go forward if it, You know,
If anything happens today, I will still fight. Unless you want me to go there and bomb the guy out. I don't care. But it's gonna look so rugged. It's gonna look so good. And, I'm not what is it called? Is it a tough man contest? I'm not doing tough man contest. I'm not doing a celebrity. I'm a professional boxer with design and respect. If they want the slug out, we can do that too. I mean, it depends on whether the guy can pay me the contractual fee that we had agreed upon after the fight. Because somebody's going down. I'm not gonna. Iman is not my type. It's not my caliber of fight. He doesn't pose any threat or risk factor, and I'm all him out. That's given. But I'm looking at the self-respect reserve that I have for myself. You haven't seen me, brawl, you know, without regulations. I mean, I'm respectable, and I want to, equalize that. I want to share that. I want to present that. I believe that the contract has been violated or impeded. I believe that the contract now is breached, and it calls for legal action, calls for legal consideration. Hey, partner, you didn't do your part. This is where we come to terms and understanding. That's better for me than going out there to to exchange blow with Mr. Harman. Honestly, I mean, a fight is a fight, But I don't appreciate that at this level, and the experience that I have gone through. Like I said, I took business law. I did paralegals, and I have management associate degrees. So I'm really humbled and in such subtlety. I want to show some reserve, some respect for the legal aspect that I have improved on, and not just a professional boxer with that same. So this is where I call it a stop. If it doesn't come out in a day or two, we are not having a fight. I mean, I've been violated, and the breach of contract and the law will suffice. And that's the order of IKE IBEABUCHI the world did not know. You know what I mean? Even though I can beat up Iman, I'm not gonna do that because the terms of the endearment has been upset, has been breached, to say the least.
I get you. I get you 100%. The level of your performance would base on how much you were receiving. Does that make sense? So like you're not gonna go in there all guns blazing if you're not getting paid and you're not getting the right things on your side.
I signed the contract on October 3. So October 3rd, I had a contract and understanding, and it's past a month since then, and this fight is now exactly a month away. If I were a replacement, a late time replacement, that would have been another cause. I mean, I would have been already, in the mind frame and without any contractual flaws to accept the fight, even a month's notice. Like I said today, if he were able to come through today, I don't mind going, finishing hurrying up my boxing exercise and things like that. I can do that today. But the fact that he has now termed it as an extortion, it doesn't make any sense anymore. He's challenging my intelligence, and I'm really riled up to to look at him differently because this is my record and career I'm trying to preserve here, and that in as much as no matter the strength I possess, it's still not for a joke. I want to respect exactly the terms of our obligation, the terms of the contract, which he has impeded, which he has breached. I want to correct that because that's better for me. And I'm standing here on a legal premise, and I don't want to, obfuscate the intelligence that has been bestowed to me or stultify, in so doing, the very capacity that I have earned in the legal premise. Like I said, I can blow it. I can go there and fight in a day's notice. But I'm not doing that because my mind has been challenged to make the right decision. A reasonable person's what would a reasonable person do? That's the question. That's the rhetoric there, actually. And I believe that I wouldn't go further in a breach of contract that requires my performance.
Yeah, that's very. It's good coming to terms with everything, and it's good clearing things up. It's been a really good. It's really been really good covering everything up. So, have you got any final words? Just, have you got any more final words before we go?
No, you called the shot, Mr. Ben.
Yeah.
I'm very appreciative for your support to the road to return. There's nothing. I like your texture. I appreciate the color that you're presenting, the gladiators, indeed, and the boogeyman. That's it's true. But it's quite a long time ago. The idea to all of that is to get me back to the ring. I want to fight. God knows that one. And any delay cost me a lot. I am not in the position to pussyfoot my return to the ring. I want to come. I want to entertain the world one more time, and I want them to give me a chance to do that. And it can happen if they continue to read my role, the respect that I have in return. It's not gonna happen. So this promoter, I'm very, like I said, I'm very disappointed so far, unless he resurrects and redeems himself soon, and that soon means that then I will be able to appear on December 7th. Otherwise, there's not gonna be a fight as time passes, and that's all I got to say to my fans. That they should accommodate that I'm in good shape. If they want to see the photos or pictures or videos of my recent, gym work, I've been training. I train 2 times a day, morning and evening, and whether there is a fight schedule or not, I'm ready to fight, and I'm hoping that with these videos we are making, that it's gonna help generate the buzz that I give up. She wants to fight, and honestly, it depends on whether any fighter out there wants to take me on. You know what I'm saying? You can score the list from number 1 to 10 or 15. If anyone can beat me, let him stand up. I don't think anyone can. But fighters who can beat me, let's fight. I mean, this is not about money. Sometimes about ego and difference. I'm a different person. I am a different breed of boxer. Let's get it on. It's gonna be hectic.
Yeah.
I'm not a joke. I'm not an exhibitionist. I'm not playing games. I just wanna put my name on the class of fighters that I belong. I don't belong to where what is. Like I said, whether you believe it or not, prison was an amplification of my boxing career. I learned a lot, and combined with the legal or jurisprudence that I had acquired in prison, honestly, it makes it even easier. I want any fighter there who can actually step in the ring with me. I need to show some things that weren't there, where I hadn't the opportunity to show. So I plead to my fans to exercise more patience, that I am interested in coming back, and it's true. I'm training, and soon enough, it will be a reality.
That's brilliant, Ike. Honestly, that's brilliant. We've touched on everything. It's been brilliant, this interview, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. And we're going to continue to keep supporting you, and we're going to keep doing our best, because we're going to make sure everything's fair on your side, and we'll make sure you get what you deserve. Because you're not a what if, you're a high echelon fighter. That's what you
Yeah,
are.
yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Ben Wilson. I mean, I appreciate you again. I can't thank you enough. If I had a promoter like you, I don't think I would be on this media talking
No,
about it.
that's it. I'd
I
look after
appreciate
you,
I
Ike.
appreciate the help.
I'd look after you. Thank you Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, and God bless.